I've had the shop for 45 years now. During the late 60s, I was into folk music, so I was playing guitar, and by the 70s, I was playing banjo when I was in college. When I got out of college, I was going to go to grad school, and I opened a guitar shop. That was it. Philly just, over the years, developed into a major music hub, and the folk scene was a big deal in the 50s and 60s and 70s here. All kinds of artists coming through town, some of them actually from Philly. And so I feel like we got in on the kind of early part of that. I would buy instruments, I would trade instruments. I got instruments on consignment to sell at the shop, and it eventually got into this sort of 2,000 instrument inventory. When the Antiques Roadshow first began, I was consultant for the Christie's auction house in New York. And they chose me at Christie's, and I've been doing that with the Roadshow now for over 20 seasons. We were on Pine Street for 25 years on the 1500 block, and we ran out of space. And then about 12 years ago, saw this place for sale, just a sandwich sign on the sidewalk. And I just couldn't believe it. I walked in the building and it was this enormous, cool 1880s building. It was a residence owned by Father Divine's Circle Mission Church. It had been a big house, basically, owned by the Lippincott family. And then it fell into sort of disuse and disrepair, and Divine bought it in the 1940s. Amazing piece of luck. I mean, everything here was very original. We have every imaginable kind of old acoustic instrument. We don't do electric instruments. So we have old Martin guitars going back into the 1830s. We're unique in that way. We have the antique Martins, which most people don't have. We're also new Martin dealers. We have old banjos, and they come from everywhere. We had a Stewart Presentation banjo walk in last week, made in Philadelphia, the highest grade banjo that company made in the 1890s. And maybe they made, I don't know, 24 of that model total. Philadelphia was a musical instrument manufacturing town going back into the early 19th century. We have one Philadelphia instrument from 1777, and we have a big collection of that early stuff here. We're sort of what's left standing in old musical instrument shops in the city. They don't really exist anymore. We have a whole violin shop here with a violin workshop. We have violin makers, bow maker, violin restorers. So we have a repair shop here for fretted instruments that we're going to sell, and then we can refer people to other restorers if they have an instrument they need done. The violins here are not just for classical players. We also have fiddlers come in. And we're one of the places that welcome all kinds of violin players. So if you're a band from Nashville, we have everything for you. The musicians that are coming through town will come by and hang out for a part of a day, and it's a safe place for them to hang out. We've been around for 45 years, so everybody you can imagine that comes through town. We sold guitars to local people like David Bromberg, to Ronnie Wood from Rolling Stones. And over the years, you have this unfortunate thing of outliving a lot of people you've known. Mike Seeger was not just a personal friend, but he was I would say, mentor and one of my best clients over the years. I sold him a lot of instruments, and he had a certain sound that he liked, and I got to know what that was. So, and I have that relationship with other people as well. Raleigh Brown, he's an amazing, versatile fingerstyle guitar player. He can do anything. He's just very skillful, very tasteful. Raleigh's style is so definitive, so beautiful. You just hear every note, and every note is great. We really are sort of the last man standing in old style instrument shops in the city.
Hi, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Regina Mitchell. For more videos like this, subscribe to WHYY.